Good morning to everyone. Today is the 17th of December, 2025. My name is Stephen Osemige. I am the president of Save Nigeria Group USA. We've been doing this for a few days now, and the goal is to create awareness about what is going on in Nigeria. Save Nigeria Group has done a lot of active work on the ground in America where we're headquartered, but we believe that this fight is should be global. And we also believe that Nigerians at home should be involved in this awareness creation, crying out about what is happening in Nigeria. So I do have three screens. I apologize. Yesterday, I was not focusing as much on the Twitter side of things, but I'll try my best here to make sure. Okay. I'm just quickly inviting a few folks who can join us on the chat here. Um, the challenge with using the phone, I'm told it makes you invite everybody individually, and that's always not easy. Okay, and I invite a few folks, then I'll just go into the broadcast. Yes, thank you very much for joining us today. This is another live stream from Save Nigeria Group USA President Stephen Osemigi. And I did I mentioned yesterday about some updates about our assistance to IDPs in Nigeria. And I have quite a lot of good news. Um, we have videos we posted on our social media about the reception for the little token that we put together as the leaders of Save Nigeria Group to make an impact at the IDP camps in Nigeria. And one of the big impacts from yesterday was that I got a lot of questions about, are there IDPs in Edo State? Well, IDPs in Edo State have been there. When we say IDPs, we mean internally displaced persons, right? Many of them are from Borno State, and they were displaced since 2011 during the first wave of Boko Haram. During our advocacy in America, these groups have recontacted us, and to be quite honest with you, um, the work that the Home for the Needy Foundation, the pastor that leads that camp, and the group is doing there in Edo State IDP camp is very impressive. The need is dire. It was a little bit embarrassing for us. We were able to deliver 10 bags of rice, 25 liters of granite oil, and a carton of tin tomatoes to the IDPs in Edo. But to be honest with you, that did not move the ball. That is too small. But it's our goodwill. We also have another same package to another camp in Abuja. Like I told you, there are camps everywhere. The numbers are of internally displaced people are estimated as high as 11 million. And on my chat today, even on X, where we're also live right now, I did mention that our goal, Save Nigeria Group's goal, is to call for an end to the Christian genocide in Nigeria. We want that to end. The Christian genocide in Nigeria is not sustainable. It's not something that we can continue to ignore, continue to pretend is not there. It's happening. And if you say there is no Christian genocide, which is something we refrain to every single day we come here, well, can you explain why you have 11 million people away from their communities, why communities are desolate, why these terrorists have taken over these communities and are beginning to rename the places, build mosques where churches once stood, where the churches that have been burned remain burned. The mass graves are there. Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, and his account is harrowing on what happened and what has happened in Plateau State. Plateau State has a unique situation. Even when I was growing up in Edo State, we used to hear about just crisis, right? But we don't hear enough about why it happened. It was not until recently I started to learn what the undertone of just crisis, the undertone of Kano crisis, the undertone of all these killings that happens across the country when we're as a child growing up in the late 80s, early 90s. That's you heard as a small child, they are rioting in Kano, for example. And I don't, what's his name? Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo mentioned that this Christian genocide you are talking about, the issue is not now. But that doesn't even make it better. He talked about the Metasini massacre. He talked about the attacks during the time Reabonki came. We heard the rumors. But me from Edo, I'm judging from my own perspective, from southern Nigeria, there's a lack of awareness of what is happening. But in any case, the issue of insecurity, the issue of people being killed is something that we must talk about. We cannot just be moving on. Nigerians are very good at moving on. No, I mentioned yesterday that until now, I'm still making that same information out there. That on Sunday 14th, today is 17th, on Sunday 14th in Kogi State at Equa Church, these terrorists went to that church while they were in service, killed one person, and kidnapped 20 people on Sunday, on the 14th. Another Sunday is coming. And that is 3 weeks or 4 weeks away from the CAC church attack in Kwara. And these are the only ones we know. What about the ones we don't know? What about the ones we don't know? We can only talk about the things that are happening in areas you know. But the truth is that the insecurity that is going on cannot be sustained. There's no way you are going to sustain this level of insecurity. It is not possible that we just continue to pretend, oh, God will do it. God, no. Serious countries take security seriously. I want to invite you to look at the country of Australia. They were attacked so brutally, particularly the Jewish community in Australia. At Sydney, Bondi Beach, a father and a son opened fire and killed at least 15 people now. We commiserate with them. May God bless and strengthen their families and bless their soul. Save Nigerian group, we released a video commiserating with the attacks in Australia, Bonny Beach, at the first day of Hanukkah, the Jewish holiday. But what I'm bringing that to tell you is that a serious country like Australia is turning over everything to make sure that doesn't happen again. Remember what happened in Paris, Charlie Hebdo, when somebody drew a satirical drawing that insulted the Holy Prophet. Some radical elements took an offense. People were killed in Nigeria for what somebody did in Europe. We need a lot of work. Our society is fractured. We have people that believe that it is their version of radical Islam that all of us should practice. We have a lot of moderate Muslims who have nothing to do with violence. They're in hundreds of millions across the world, even in billions. But this minority sect using Islam, the very wrong, extreme, radical version, is a problem both for Muslims and Christians worldwide. It is. It's a problem both for non-believers and believers, whether you're a Christian, Muslim, or you would worship Shango, or you don't worship anything at all. You are at the mercy of the radical elements that want to force you at gunpoint to convert to their version or die. So for those that are joining this live stream that are not Nigerians, Nigeria has a situation where ISIS is in Nigeria. They call them ISIS West Africa. Boko Haram, the one you know, which was designated thanks to the effort of people like Barrister Emmanuel Ogebe and many others, even Laolu when he was in America, fighting to designate Boko Haram as a foreign terrorist organization, FTO. We just did a 13th anniversary of that designation. Boko Haram is active in Nigeria and has been active for more than a decade. Do you know what that means? If you want to relate it for those that are in America like me, it means that Al Qaeda, which is like Boko Haram, can now attack somewhere in the United States, for example, God forbid, and not only attack, start spreading and remain there for a decade. Think about it. You can't even fathom it. They do hit and run, and that's it. 9/11, almost 3,000 Americans were killed for no reason. Just people in Manhattan and the Twin Towers went about their business. They are not soldiers. They are not at war. They are just at home doing their business. Osama bin Laden led group, Al-Qaeda, organized that attack. Terrorists do not need you to offend them. That is why the world must stamp out terrorism. Terrorists do not need you to be nice. Some Muslims in Nigeria are trying to be nice to the terrorists by not speaking against them. They are trying to give them political cover. Like some of them will say, they are our brothers. They are our freedom fighters. There's one guy that said Boko Haram is the northern freedom fighters. You are playing with fire. You are playing with fire. Boko Haram is not your freedom fighter. The Fulani Islamic militia that is killing people, the most deadly in the world, in my opinion. Fulani militia, they are the most deadly. Boko Haram is in Borno State. But the terrorist war in Nigeria is not only Boko Haram. According to the US records, there are 20 terror groups active in Nigeria. 20. My father, my God. My father, my God. Countries cannot allow one operate near them. That means I use America because I live in America, right? America cannot allow Al-Qaeda to have a country they are operating from in their neighborhood or in this hemisphere. I'm not saying they can operate in America. They cannot. But they cannot also operate anywhere close to America. And what is worse, America is hunting the terrorists everywhere they are, globally. Which is why President Donald Trump, may God bless him, has said he will come and kill the terrorists in Nigeria. And some people are saying, no, you couldn't do that. Nigeria is a sovereign state. What nonsense. What nonsense. How can you say Nigeria is a sovereign state when Boko Haram, ISWAP, Ansaru, and the rest of them have taken over? When the rest of them have taken over your sovereignty, and you claim that it is a sovereign state? How? How can you say that Nigeria has sovereignty? President Trump should not come. We can do it by ourselves. We cannot do it by ourselves. We have failed to do it for more than 10 years. No country would allow terrorism to stay in its country for 10 years. We cannot do it by ourselves. So why are we pretending that we can? Thank you, Solomon. Solomon sent us this, sir. Thank you very much. So the crisis in the situation that we face, there's somebody that left a comment. Let me just, okay, you're watching from Benue. Simon, I see your comment. Say, my boss, I'm watching live from Benue. I greet you specially from Makodi. Yes, I greet you. Thank you very much. He said, we are so proud of you and Frank Puto and others for the generous. Thank you. Frank is a blessing. Frank was with me in Washington, D.C. And after we finished that very difficult trip in Washington, D.C., it was hard. It was a snowstorm in the country. So even had to come, had to go back. But I was surprised when I just arrived. So let me put my clothes. Frank was already on the plane back to Washington, D.C. I said, hey, God, this is our brother. So shout out to Frank Uto, our brother from Yalewata. And I remember the people of Yalewata, the people of Benue State. Oh my God. You guys are at the eye of the storm. The people of Plateau, the people of Southern Kaduna, the people of Southern Borno, Southern Adamawa, Southern Taraba. Everyone, it's like Southern is where the problem is. Southern, where Christians are. And somebody say it's not religious. It's not religious. People are shouting their religious chanting, Allahu Akbar, for example, and killing people and asking them, are you Christian? Are you Muslim? They separate the boys from the girls. And you want to tell me it's not religious? So I was going back to the point before I spoke about our brother who is joining us from Makodi, that Nigeria, some people's argument is that America should stay away, that Nigeria is a sovereign state. In fact, there was a protest by people supporting ISWAP and Boko Haram in Kano, waving ISIS flag and Iranian flag and burning US flag and a Fiji. Some people, yesterday there was an action by President Donald Trump administration. They banned Nigerians from almost 95% of visas, effective immediately. That means even if you hold a visa, you can't even come in anymore. So don't even waste your time to go and apply. Nigerians sat down. You know, many people don't know this. I have to write it down because I will do a short video about it. It's very important because there is a breaking news yesterday that the US has banned Nigeria and other countries from coming into the country. And 95% of all visa. That means those people that, you know, to get visa of America is very hard. People go to do Thanksgiving and thank God for getting visa. But now, Trump administration, looking at what is happening in Nigeria and our reaction, has added Nigeria to a very strict, almost total ban. It's 95%. They still leave 5% window for the people they know. Nigeria is, there are people they know they need to travel to US. So if not, if you leave Nigeria for the terrorists and terrorist sympathizer, America and the entire world would have banned the whole country. What is saving Nigeria is the few that are not terrorist sympathizers. Because let me shock you, a lot of Christians in Nigeria are terrorist sympathizers. You know how they are terrorist sympathizers? Their argument is that we have sovereignty. No country in the world will come and tell us what to do. A man whose house is on fire, a man whose house is on fire, your children are crying, fire is coming, smoke is coming from the kitchen, fire. As the father of the house and the mother, instead of you to go and get a bucket of water and call neighbor, fire, 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 help, help, you shut your children up. When your neighbor come with a fire truck to help you put out the fire because they see fire and smoke, you tell your neighbor, I have sovereignty. I'm the head of this family. Don't off the fire for me. That is what is happening in Nigeria. The Christians that support this terrorism are those ones that don't want this thing to stop. They don't want it to stop. They just want to be Oga. They like the dysfunction of Nigeria. They like the fact that 11 million Nigerians are in camps. We gave them rice in the one in Edo. They said they won't wait for Christmas. They will eat that rice starting yesterday. That they don't have food. Thousands of people. The 10 bags of rice we gave them in that camp will finish maybe one day. There are too many. They can't wait for Christmas to eat our Christmas gift. Nigeria has a government. And these people, some people were asking me, are there IDPs in Edo? I mentioned it earlier in this recording. That the IDPs in Edo are not from Edo State. You know, there's always a tribalism problem. Some people say, oh, Stephen is from Edo, he's president of Save Nigeria Group. He's probably doing things for his own people. Every single one of the IDPs in Edo State are not from it. 95% are from Borno State. They came there since 2011. They've been IDP camps since 2011. In Edo, I didn't even know. It was when I was engaged in activities in 2024 in Ovia Northeast that I found the camp. I didn't know they were there. Many people do not know that IDPs from Borno are in Edo. Thousands of them. They don't know. And our brother, the pastor running the Home for the Needy camp in Edo there, may God bless him. I told him I will speak on your behalf everywhere I can go for you to get help. He's training these children, and they are Christians, so it's all Christians. No, they tell you that this thing is not religious, but the IDPs, majority of them are Christians. Majority. But it's not religious. So even though the places they are being displaced from, they are not a majority there, but the victims are majority Christians. I told you yesterday about a conference where over 5,000 widows whose husbands were all pastors or priests. The widows are there. Over 5,000. Each of their husband had a church and congregation. They've killed all these priests. The priests are the most targeted. They kill the priests, they burn the church. They kill the priests, they burn the church. I'm sad that I'm just now waking up. So the reason why I'm doing this live stream is that I want more people to wake up. You cannot be in a country where terrorism, 20 terrorist groups are active in Nigeria. And you're wondering why President Trump banned Nigeria. You are lucky there is even a 5%. It's supposed to be 100%, but you are lucky. Because your country is a terrorist hub. I don't even know how America does it. Who will give a visa to such a country run by terrorists? A country run by terrorists. Who will allow them come? You are risking your life. Who would do that? For the life of me, I cannot comprehend how Nigerians even think they think of themselves. So the breaking news is that President Trump has added Nigeria to the visa ban. And some of the reasons is what I'm about to tell you. On November 1st, 2025, this year, President Donald Trump haven't heard the cry from majority Christians from the Middle Belt who have come to US Congress and meet hearings and started to get calls from Americans, particularly Republicans, evangelicals, Catholics, about the persecution in Nigeria. Even the Pope, the Vatican, prayed for the victims at Yalewata. That happened this year. Yalewata community in Benue State was invaded this year. About 300 people, 270 or 80 something, just short of 300, were burnt, macheted, pregnant women opened up. These are all done by terrorists, Fulani Islamic militia. It's Fulani, it's not Boko Haram, Fulani Islamic militia. Because in Nigeria, we're afraid to call them what they are. They call them bandits. They call them headsmen. They call them like the terrorists, Shegumi, said they are hungry people who need a budget in the federal government so that they will not be killing Nigerians. May God punish Shegumi. When Nigeria works, Shegumi will be in jail. He will face trial for his crime against humanity. I said it. He's a terrorist. And we have plenty of Shegumis. People think it's just Shegumi. We have millions of Shegumi in Nigeria. We are in trouble. We don't know what we are doing. We are in trouble. We are terrorists as citizens. And the reason why you are in a travel ban is that when Donald Trump, looking at what is happening in Nigeria, decided to take action. It was only Ted Cruz that was Senator Ted Cruz, senator from Texas. Shout out to Ted Cruz. Shout out to Riley Moore and others. But Ted Cruz started this and started to gain traction. Before you know it, President Donald Trump went ahead to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. That happened on November 1st, just October 31st, November 1st. And a firestorm started. The firestorm was people angry in Nigeria, particularly in the north. And what was the reaction following the President Donald Trump redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern? What was the reaction? The reaction was so shocking that in Kano is at the heart of northern Nigeria. It's called the core north. Kano. In Kano, thousands of people went on the streets to protest against President Donald Trump's threat to Nigeria that if you do not kill the terrorists killing Christians that I'm hearing about, the US is able and willing and will come in guns are blazing to kill the terrorists. Note what he said. He didn't say he was invading Nigeria to depose the government, to attack innocent people. He said he was coming to, first of all, he was not coming yet. He said Nigeria should kill the terrorists, which America knows that Nigerian government knows the terrorists and their location. Nigerian government knows, America knows, everybody that knows what what their onions know that our government know the locations, everything. Even Bayo Ononuga, the spokesperson for the government, said that they have their phone number, they have their location. You just have to work with them. Many governors in northern Nigeria pay them like their budget. When a location comes, they give the terrorists their own. They have their own, they rule their own countries with different flags. So, in reaction to President Trump redesignating Nigeria as a country of particular concern in America, and also threatening to come for the terrorists that are causing the Christian genocide that has now gotten to him. Do you know what it takes to get to the point where the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, your issue gets to him? Do you understand that as the president of America, he has to deal with the entire world? It's not just America he's dealing with. He has intervened and made tangible effort to stop at least 8 wars. Some of them have restarted, like the one in Cambodia and beautiful Indonesia. It starts again. They will call Trump, President Trump, come and help us. Come and help us. He has made real tangible effort to stop the war in Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine. He has made real tangible effort to even come to Africa in um, Rwanda and the DRC with the M23 issue, killing a lot of Africans for minerals. President Trump has even put his hand and brought them to the Trump Accord to come and sign peace deal. This crisis of the DRC in Africa is old. It's not now. President Trump has got ceasefire in the Middle East that the former President Biden could not get. So I'm saying all this to tell you that for such a person, for President Donald J. Trump, to now the issue of Nigeria got to a point where he notice it and now act on it. You need to understand that many waters have passed the ocean because the world has a lot of problems. For you to get the attention of the President of the United States is a big deal. It's a huge deal. It tells you that the crisis is serious. So President Trump looked at Nigeria, looked at the cries of Christians there, and saw what was happening, that the government is just watching or aiding the terrorists to wipe out Christians. President Trump said, no, 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 no. America is a Christian country. Even though they don't like to talk about it that way because they want to be politically correct, the founders are Christians. We cannot sit here and watch you wipe out Christianity in Nigeria. That's their goal. For those millions of Nigerian Christians that are sitting on their armchair, thinking this did not concern them, the goal of Boko Haram is to wipe you all out. The goal of Boko Haram, Ansaru, the Fulani Islamic militia is to wipe you all out. That's their goal. You may be going to your church and focusing on, oh, heaven is coming. No, hell is closer. Because you're already in hell. If you live in Nigeria, you're in hell. You are literally in that fire. So, in reaction to President Donald Trump threatening to come and take out the terrorists, what we saw was thousands of people went to Kano and waving ISIS flag, waving Iranian flag, burning American flag with fire. They took effigy, things that look like Donald Trump. They call it effigy in English. They set it on fire. They mashed it. They pissed on it. They were chanting Iran, Iran. Even Iran is from the Shia version of Muslim. They are not. Nigeria is predominantly a Sunni Muslim country. Even though extremism is that they don't allow in Saudi Arabia, which is the head of the Sunni Islam, there is festering in Nigeria. A radical extremists they are welcome with red carpet. They welcome one in Lagos recently. They welcome an imam who said they should kill all Christians or infidel. Nigerian Muslims welcomed him to Lagos 2 weeks ago. And I thought about that. I said, look at what we are playing with. While we are shouting about Christian genocide, some Nigerian Muslims welcome a terrorist imam. I think he's from either Afghanistan or Pakistan or somewhere with a red carpet. And they said, don't tell us how we practice our religion. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I will tell you how to practice your religion if you threaten my life with it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't tell me I will tell you how to practice your religion. I will tell you when you threaten my life. Excuse me, sir. You have no right to threaten my life or the life of anybody. You have no right. Where your right stops, mine starts. You can't bring terrorists into Nigeria to brainwash people and kill other people and tell me you have a right to do it. We have to wake up. So I don't want to be distracted. I was trying to explain why Nigeria is now on a visa ban. 95% of Nigerians cannot come to America. Let me tell you, I'm explaining why. After President Donald Trump redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern and threatened the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu's administration, that if you don't take care of the terrorists killing Christians in Nigeria, the United States is willing and able. And he mandated the Department of War, led by the great Pete Hegseth, to give him options, kinetic options. America not a play now. America is not Nigeria. They don't jones around. And Pete Hegseth replied, say, yes, sir, we will go in there very quickly and kill the terrorists. Simple and short. Riot broke out in Kano. Oh, they're coming to kill our brothers. They're coming to kill Muslims. They're coming to kill. So all these terrorists are your brothers. All these terrorists are Muslims now, suddenly. They rioted in Kano. The United States was documenting. You know where God will punish them first? Is when any of them carry their two legs to go and apply for US visa. All those thousands of people in Kano that did that rally, that terrorist rally, as a reaction to Trump after November 1st this year, that rally, the video is online. Every single person that attended, you are banned from any Western country, probably international. No country will allow you to come to their country. So, Raphael Fireman, please stay out of my timeline. Thank you. They burnt the US flag. The US flag, people died at Iwo Jima. People died. This country, America, is not. It's not the best in the. It's not paradise. They have their own struggles. The problems they have is huge. We live here. We see it. But you cannot deny the effort of the Americans and the American government to make their country the best. They are proud of it. They work for it. There are thousands of sailors that live in aircraft carriers for months in the middle of the sea to project American power, to allow free travel, free trade, to maintain peace in the world. People are complaining, America is police of the world. Without America, the world would have been what Hitler version looks like. You know, Hitler would have defeated Europe, right? America is a city on the hill, a country God sent ahead to help this humanity, is what the United States is. This United States is God's creation. Because how did the United States even start? It started from people who were religiously persecuted in the UK in the 16th, 17th century. They were persecuted by the king in Europe. They are British people that formed the United States. And Canada, of course. But they were people they call them Puritans. That means they like to fast. They don't like, in those days, I mean, I'm talking about 16 something, 15 something. Their version of Christianity was too strong. It was like the deeper life of not this current deeper life, the old deeper life. They were being oppressed in England, and Columbus had just found a new world through the sailing on the sea, navigation, trying to find a way to India, because India was already found. India has always been known, India and China, right? That was the truth. So they were looking for another route to India because it was too far from Europe, like it takes months to get to India. So Christopher Columbus, trying to find a way to India, stumbled into a new world, the Americas. So that the world map changed from 1520 something, or so thereabout. Don't hold me on the dates, but you know my story. Later down the line, after even the America was already found, New York was found by Dutch people. They called it New Amsterdam. It was later that the English people came and took over New York and built the America, the 13 colonies. But my point there is that the American founding fathers are extremely religious people. They are Puritans. Go and Google the word Puritans. You will benefit from that knowledge. So the ethos of this country is religious freedom, religious liberty, because they left UK running away from the king to go and find a new world they can practice their religion. You can now understand why Donald Trump does not like the radical Islamic terrorists trying to wipe out Christians. Now you can understand as a Nigerian, because you may not have known. America does not like oppression. I know people call them bullies, but nobody likes police if you're a criminal. Have you seen a criminal that likes police? No, because the police is going to stop you. America is that voice that speaks for the weak. Nigerian Christians are all dumb. Mm, 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 mm. Some of them have meat in their mouth. Daddy Gio, Mommy Gio, meat. Political meat. They can't talk. The majority are poor. So they are looking for food. They can't talk either. It is only someone outside like America that can come and speak for Nigerian Christians. Is it Daddy Gio? Have you seen any of them speak on the genocide against Christians? They are collecting money from Tinubu. These are your pastors that you run to church to. On Judgment Day, they will be the first. I will deal with them another time, but I'm not interested in them right now. But my point is, America is speaking for the weak in the world. But beyond the weak, Nigerian Christians have that camaraderie with fellow Christians in America. Who knows what religious persecution is? The right to practice your faith is the most sacred right. And they are trying to deny that in Nigeria through attacking Christians and killing methodically. And it's not now. So America is not reacting to now. America is reacting to over since 2009, this whole thing started. I just told you in Edo State, people from Borno are still there since 2011. I have videos I'm going to be posting later today of testimonies of these people in this camp. Many of them now are able to go to school. We have a contingent of undergraduates reading medicine, reading law from that camp, all from Borno State. They're in Edo State. Thanks to this camp that I'm working with, they're able to send them to school, but they need help. They need help. Like, if you watch this stream and you know who can help IDPs, please reach out to me. They need help, a lot of it. I can only do what I know. I'm new into this NGO thing. I'm very new into it. It's messy because of fraudulent people in the space. But the truth is that the need is there. It's huge. We need governments. We need organizations that can help us help the IDPs. There are many, and not just Edo. They are across the country. Abuja has many. We are going to Abuja camp today to give them something today, rice and food item today. We are going there. But that's the only two camp we can do for now. Because when we publish how to help, people saw it, they jump and pass. They say, Steven, this guy won't make money from this thing. Because people think everybody is a thief, just like them. You know, most thieves, a way to know criminals is that they think everybody thinks like them. I am not a thief. Sorry. Save Nigerian Group is going to make an impact on the lives of all Nigerians, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of where they are coming from. This security issue must end. Our government has sat on it for too long. So as long as we have voice, we continue to speak that the Christian genocide in Nigeria must end, that the insecurity must end. And to conclude the part I was talking about the US, why America is interested, Nigerians are wondering why they are on a visa ban. But Nigerians watched their fellow countrymen, thousands of them went to the streets in Kano, burning US flag, chanting ISIS, Al-Qaeda, chanting Iran in Nigeria. Nigerian police, that was a peaceful protest. Police did not arrest anyone. Army did not shoot anybody like Lekki Tollgate. The terrorist supporters came out on the street, protested, burning US flags, and went home. Some of them did other videos in Southern America. Then you want America to be granting visa to a country that allows that? I am quiet so that you can think of what I just said. A country that allows terrorists to go on the street in protest. burning the United States flag, chanting death to America, burning the effigy of the President of the United States. You want America to allow that country to come in as what? I am shocked that Donald Trump, our president here, allowed Nigeria to even have that 5%. If not for the Christians that he knows needs to be able to escape, the victims, he would have made it 100% and he will be justified. So this is why one of the reasons, not just the only reason, Nigeria does not have data to know who is who. All those terrorists there now, they say, give me their name. Nigeria will say, huh? They are from Kano, they are from Sokoto, Kaimana, I don't know who they are. So anybody could be a terrorist in Nigeria. Anybody. Based on what I just told you. That's how the West sees it. I'm a Nigerian, so I'm telling you how they see it. A country that has thousands of people on the streets burning US flag, chanting, supporting Al-Qaeda, supporting ISIS. And no police arrest. Nobody even do counter protest. Nobody even complain. He just like sometimes I wonder how I became part of such a country where terrorists flourish. They get elected. Terrorists. They're in power. They're in the military. Terrorists are in the army. They're in government houses. They're in high places. And you know them. Terrorists, too. That's where you and I that still have some sense. That's the country we find ourselves. So you expect America to fold their hands when you have terrorists campaigning, marching in the streets in Kano because Trump said he will come and kill terrorists. Because President Trump redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. In Kano, thousands of people marched on the streets, and there was no police arrest on that terrorist march that happened in November in Nigeria. I'm telling you, November this year. So please Google it in case you don't know. Terrorists gathered in Kano, chanting ISIS flag, burning US flag, burning Trump effigy. And you're wondering why President Trump has banned Nigeria visa? If you are President Trump, will you allow such a country that enjoy terrorists, that support terrorists, that campaign for terrorists, that elect terrorists, that put terrorists into the army? Do you want that country to come here after 9/11? Let's be serious. Everybody cannot be stupid like Nigerians. Nigeria has a lot of stupid people. I'm from Nigeria. I know. From the way we behave in our politics and other things, tribalism, you allow few corrupt people to ruin the country. You are a very foolish country. Everybody is not like Nigeria. America cannot allow you to use your stupidity to come and destroy their country. A country that allows a rally of terrorists burning American flag in November, and you're wondering why in December you are banned. I'm shocked that they didn't ban the entire country. I'm shocked that all visa class are not over. I'm shocked. But I thank God because the impact will be so much. They know. Americans are here on visas too. I have a lot of physicians. Oh, shout out to my friend Kelvin Alanemes in the house. Kelvin, I shout out to you. I'm learning these Facebook things from people like you, and you're a friend and a brother. Shout out to Kevin Alaneme, one of my brothers. I really appreciate him joining us. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. So the ban is legitimate. There's a reason why the US has opposed the ban on Nigeria. Apart from the fact that Nigerians have a habit of overstaying their visas, they gave you the statistics, right? But we don't have data for the people that are terrorists in Nigeria. We don't know who they are. Even though the government know who they are, they say they don't know. So America's okay. We cannot. You don't have good information. You can't come here. And that rally in Kano was the worst. No single. The NSAS shooting did not happen in that Kano rally. I'm telling you, a rally against America in Kano, supporting ISIS, supporting Boko Haram, supporting Iran, burning US flag last month in Kano. And America watched it and said, eh? So these guys are a danger not only to themselves, they are a danger to the United States. America does not ignore threats. They will respond to the threats. They will respond. I want to thank President Trump for his methodic approach. Many of us would have thought by now we would have been blowing up Sambisa Forest, all these known locations. But he has decided to designate the great Riley Moore of West Virginia. Congressman Riley Moore, shout out to you if you see this video. God bless you, sir. On the House Appropriations Committee, we were in his office during our engagement at Capitol Hill after our rally on December 1st. And with the engagement level, the US government is all of government approach. It's not President Trump acting alone. The House Appropriations, the State Department, everybody, Congress, everybody's acting. There are two bills in Congress. Congressman Chris Smith, the head of Africa Committee of the US Congress, Africa Subcommittee, he has a bill, Bill 860, calling for identifying what is happening in Nigeria as a genocide. Congressman Riley Moore introduced another bill, House Resolution 866, doing the same thing, but asking for support for the internally displaced and supports President Trump's action. Senator Ted Cruz has a Senate Bill S-2747 that calls for sanctioning of the sponsors and also repealing of blasphemy laws that leads to killing of people, such as Deborah, who was lynched in Sokoto. We all know who Deborah is. When I'm saying we all, I won't be able to go into it right now, but it's a tragic situation where a Christian girl in a WhatsApp group told people not to bring religion into the group. As the radical Islamic fellow student took her to out of the class, stoned her to death like they do in the medieval era, pour kerosene and lit her on fire, and we're celebrating it. And then they took the violence to churches. They started burning churches around out of the anger that one Christian told them not to do their religion in the WhatsApp group that is for class. That was a crime. And she was killed. So that was the story of Deborah. So Ted Cruz's bill 2747 is asking for Nigeria to repeal such laws, the capital punishment, blasphemy, because you can falsely accuse anybody of blasphemy. They can accuse me, for example, and I don't have a day in court. They just stone you to death, like we are in a Rome era. Like that, like the world has not evolved. We are still in the medieval era. Some people in their brain, they are still in the 1804 Usman Dan Fodio era, 1804. And they think we will sit back for allow them Islamize Nigeria and kill all of us, right? No, we will not allow that to happen. You will not succeed. Even in 1804, the thief people on Benue, Plateau, they stopped Usman Dan Fodio. Go and check your history. In 1804, they stopped his jihad. If not, his goal was to dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. But the thief people, being warriors, stopped his horsemen. Today they are on bikes. Guess who they are attacking the most? The same Plateau and Benue that their ancestors could not conquer. But now, because there's a government, the thief people who are warriors cannot fight for themselves. They are armless. When they try to get them gun, army will come and arrest them, seize the guns, disarm them, seize the knife. All the youths that are able, arrest them, lock them up. Then the women and children will be sleeping. Then the Fulani terrorists will come. Cowards. They are the biggest terrorist coward on earth. Boko Haram, who is different from the Fulani Islamic militias. In Borno, those ones at least, they attack even the army, for example. I'm not saying it's good, though. I'm saying at least they are bold enough. The ISWAP, unfortunately, killed an army general, may God rest his soul, Brigadier General Musa Uba, I don't know his last name. Somebody should leave me the last name for me on the chat, please. The Brigadier General that was accosted by ISWAP. They attacked a strong target. Those are military. At least those are ready for war and they were fighting each other. But the one that the Fulani Islamic militia are attacking in Nigeria Middle Belt region, now spreading into Kwara, Kogi, Edo, they are going down, right? Even in Enugu, you have in Hamofu area, Imo State, they are spreading their terror. They call them bandits and herdsmen. These guys are the highest cowards on earth. This Fulani Islamic militia. Let me shock you. They do not go for when these communities have armed youths waiting for them. Once they gather themselves to defend themselves, the terrorists will tell their friends, because the terrorists are also in the Nigerian army. say, hey, these people have guns. So the army will go in with their van and seize all the small, small guns that the people get to protect themselves. They will seize it all and arrest the youths. In less than a week or two after they have disarmed them, they'll give a whistle. They'll blow whistle. Their partners. You know, these ones are on uniform, but the ones that are not on uniform, bike and slippers, we take it for 7. They will now come. Say he's open. Go ahead and rape the women, butcher them, butcher them. That's what's happening, guys. I'm not telling you Nollywood. I'm not telling you Nollywood, though. This is happening in Nigeria. People who try to defend themselves are always ignored. And in fact, there's a man called Sunday Jackson. Okay, Senator Goswin, let me see if I can invite you guys to the speaker section. I don't know. Let me see how to do that. Viewer, add. What do you mean add? Your viewer. Okay, I only see Autumn Miller as a viewer. I've sent him a request. So I don't know why I don't see you as a viewer. I don't know how that works, honestly. You can request to see if you can join by video. Kelvin, if you can help me here, you know you're my brother. I need help. I would like to be able to bring people up to add their voice to what we're saying. I'm trying to add one person, but I've not seen the opportunity to add. And I see you, Senator Gosfield. I know you're G Don Fura. I see you, but I can't send you. I'm trying to see how do I send you an invite. Yeah, you're already in the chat. How do I send you? Okay, let me see. Invite. Ah, no, you're sending. I'm hearing you, and now I'm losing track. All right, let me go back to what I was saying. We'll figure it out. The terror attacks going on in Nigeria is systematic, and the Fulani Islamic militia are the deadliest. It's not Boko Haram. Boko Haram have done their own. Like I told you, the IDPs in Edo State are from Borno. Boko Haram did that. The new wave is Fulani Islamic militia. Nigeria call them bandits, call them herders, because some people who are Fulani tribe understand the consequence of having that name associated with terrorism. Even though they know that Fulanis are carrying out terrorism, some Fulanis are carrying out terrorism. They've paid a lot of money, they bribe a lot of media to change the name. That's why you see all media don't call them what they are, which are terrorists. They are Fulani Islamic terrorists attacking Nigeria middle belt. That's what's happening. That is the truth. But they go at length to hide this truth. Because if I'm an Edo man, for example, it may have vicarious implications for me if Edo people are associated with terrorism. Just that there was a time they associate Edo with sex slave and trade in Italy. There was a time in the late 90s, Edo was known for that. Thank God so the government has cracked down on that. That has changed over time. But as an Edo man, we were all labeled. So that is why the Fulani tribe in Nigeria, who are a minority in Nigeria, but they control the country because of the history of our country. That's a topic for another day. They don't want these terrorists who are Fulanis. Majority of them are Nigerians. Some people tell you they came from outside. It's a lie. Yes, the Fulanis are across West Africa, but those ones are busy terrorizing those countries where they are. They are not going to leave Burkina Faso where they are terrorizing Burkina Faso to come and help you terrorize Nigeria. They are terrorizing everybody. These belts. So don't listen to liars that tell you, oh, they came from outside. Yes, some of them could come from outside, but many of them are from Nigeria. They have support. I just told you that President Trump threatened to take them out, and thousands of people went to Kano to protest it. This live stream will wake you up. This live stream will wake you up. If you like lies and painting, you will not benefit from this live stream. If you like truth the way it is, I will tell you the truth. They don't like truth in Nigeria, but we will tell the truth because the truth is the only thing that will set us free. So people pay money to change the name of the victim. Go to the camps. They'll tell you Fulani kill my father. Fulani kill my mother. Fulani. Go to video. I have videos I'm going to post soon, but those ones are the folks from Borno at this camp. They're going to tell their story. It's not very clear, so but we have to manage it. Particularly, many of them are still traumatized all these years later. Some of them have been there for 10 years, but they're still traumatized. What is happening in Nigeria is a travesty. So thank you, President Donald Trump, for your intervention, both so far diplomatically and the kinetic one to take out the terrorists. We don't want Nigeria to be taken over by Boko Haram or Fulani Islamic terrorists or ISWAP or Ansaru. We don't want that. We need US help. We want to have sovereignty, so we need US help to maintain sovereignty. But right now, we do not have sovereignty. There is no sovereignty right now. We don't have sovereignty. So I want us to understand that where we are is a very precarious situation. The let me see whether why they're asking me to bring someone else to video. Bernie Obi, the person I tried to bring earlier, but for God's will, I don't know whether you're joining with the computer. I don't know whether that's the thing. I don't see the option of inviting G Dong Fora. But I see the unable to add. They can't join broadcast at this time. Mm. Yeah, we need to figure it all out, Gospel, please. We don't know it yet, so no problem. Um, like I was saying, before we round up, we're almost at the top of the hour. Thank you for those that have joined us. We try to do this as many every day. We try to get come of 12 o'clock in Nigeria, 6 a.m. in New York, and 11 a.m. in UK, 7 p.m. in China, particularly Shanghai. We want to get Nigerians across the world to be aware of what is happening and also be involved because this needs all of society approach. So Save Nigeria group is now created on Facebook. Save Nigeria group. If you follow my handle, you can see the group. I'll post the group link on my handle. Join the group on Facebook. We have a WhatsApp group, but join on Facebook. It's easier since you're already on Facebook. When you join us, you wherever you are in the world, this is not just America now. We want same Nigerian group activity across the world, wherever you are, especially if you are in Nigeria, especially because the change Nigeria needs will come from Nigeria. The change Nigeria needs is not coming from abroad. We may need help, but we must solve our problems. We must. We must. Even if we have to be shocked into it, forced into it, Nigerians must wake up and understand that their country is their country. That country is our country. We must protect her. We must fight for her. We must defend Nigeria. It is only us that can do it. President Donald Trump, the United States, they are very far. They can help interdict the enemy, but it's a temporary fix. It's a temporary fix. The permanent fix is Nigerians waking up and understanding that their destiny is in their hands. Their hands. Their destiny. Before you allow Boko Haram to cut off your hand, use your hand to save yourself and save the country. That's why our name is Save Nigeria Group. It's deliberate. We mean to save Nigeria because right now terrorists are taking over the country. So thank you for joining the live stream today, just top of the hour right now. I don't want to drag it beyond an hour because I have other engagements, but I appreciate those that have joined. Please share the word. I still don't know how to. Facebook wants me to, because I'm using an iPhone to host this. Facebook wants me to send individual invites. It's not possible, particularly when I'm live. I can't be doing that. I'm supposed to be talking. So I'll figure out another way. I created if you join the group, you are going to see a way to join the live. If you join the Save Nigeria group, there are many Save Nigeria groups, old ones. This one is new. You will see our logo there that has Nigerian flag with hand from the north and hand from the south together to save Nigeria. That's our logo. Nigerian flag, hand up, hand down. That's our logo. Save Nigeria group. That's the right one. Join us, and you will know when we are coming up on the live stream. With time, when we have more people on our page, we'll be able to do this live stream on our Facebook page, which is my sister Manny just joined us, our beautiful sister from Plateau. Hi, Manny. Shout out to Manny, Manny, my friend. Manny, no worry, I'm fighting for you guys. We are fighting tirelessly and we'll continue to do that. I know that you guys appreciate what we are doing. Don't worry, God will hear our cry. I just wanted to make sure I made this video to react to why the US is banned. Because some people online are saying, look at you people calling Trump, he has banned Nigeria. They are laughing at us. You should be laughing at yourself. You are a disgrace. Nigeria is called a now disgraced country. Because I just explained, those of you that joined, watch the video. I have to end. I don't want it to be long. But before I go, let me quickly say that the Equa Church members that have been kidnapped are still not released. I call for the immediate release of the church members that were kidnapped on Sunday, 14 December, at Equa Church in Kogi. Release our people. Stop attacking churches. Nigeria government, do your job. Do your job. Do your job. My name is Stephen Osemigi. I'm the president of Save Nigeria Group, headquartered in the US, but we are global. If you want to join us, go on Facebook, join the Save Nigeria Group. It's a new group. We also have a page. You can also follow me. We need everybody because the more we are, the more we can save Nigeria. I cannot do it by myself. I can't. We need everybody on board. We need, look at the IDPs we just gave something. It's not enough. We need help. We need all hands on deck. All hands. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one. All right.